Whiplash, a drama film directed by Damien Chazelle, garnered an extremely positive reception from audiences following its debut in 2014. It managed to make more than 10 times its budget back from the box office and placed in IMDb's top 50 movies of all time to this day. Likewise, this positive sentiment was shared by critics as proved by its Academy Awards and nominations. It's no wonder how this movie captured the hearts of so many, for it masterfully presents a harrowing story of a man who, despite being manipulated and abused both by his madness and others, achieves greatness through sacrifice and perseverance. The movie follows the story of a young, aspiring jazz musician named Andrew Neiman, played by Miles Teller, as he sacrifices everything to achieve greatness. From his familial and social life to his own mental well-being, he pours absolutely anything and everything he can into improving his drumming. This behavior is encouraged and largely caused by his mentor's figure and conductor, Terrence Fletcher, played by J.K. Simmons. From the moment Fletcher first scouts Neiman's talent and recruits him to his band, Neiman becomes continually pushed to do better. However, the traditional idea of a supportive mentor figure is shattered when Fletcher aggressively provokes Neiman and fosters a borderline abusive relationship. Later on in the story, it's revealed that this is because Fletcher actually has the same goals as Neiman, to foster triumphant greatness that will be remembered forever. However, it's just that Fletcher has an amoral and tormentative, torturous way of bringing this about. The necessity of this torturous relationship is demonstrated in the following scene. For some context, just before this, Fletcher had previously set up Neiman to fail in front of a large audience filled with important people to ruin his career. This is because Neiman had tried to retaliate against Fletcher for all of the abuse. However, in the end, this only prompts Neiman to try one last time to redeem himself.
What are you doing?
This final triumphant moment for Neiman starts with his father trying to comfort him. But Neiman only responds coldly, not returning his hug, nor so much as saying a word. He then quite literally turns his back on his father. This rejection of comfort and his familial bond with his dad is just one of the last major sacrifices he makes. In this scene, we can see an upwardly angled shot of Fletcher and then one downwardly towards Neiman. This shows the balance of power, as currently Neiman feels inferior to Fletcher.
I'm guessing most of you folks have heard.
Then, the sounds of the drums pierce the air. It's much louder than Fletcher's speaking voice with the microphone, and the previously sad music is now completely gone, which in comparison was extremely quiet. Any sadness or intimidation Neiman once felt is now completely gone and overpowered by his pure drive and determination to prove himself. Also note how throughout this entire scene, Neiman tends to sit under the spotlight, and the sounds of the drums can maintain an at least decently audible level. Also, the song itself, Caravan, is quite an upbeat one. Additionally, Neiman and his large drum kit tend to occupy the full shot, and this helps to make Neiman feel a lot stronger and makes the audience perceive this as a moment of success. As the scene progresses, we can see Fletcher begins nodding his head along to Andrew and has a much more open body language. In addition to this, he directly supports Andrew by personally conducting for him and picking up his fallen cymbal. Notably, this parallels a moment earlier on in the movie where Andrew drops one of his drumsticks, but no one, not Fletcher nor his alternate drummers, help him out. These moments are amazing to watch because it shows us as an audience that in Fletcher's normally cold eyes, he sees success in Neiman. Success that's worth supporting after all the hardships Neiman has had to endure in order to reach this moment. In this short but chilling shot, Andrew's father can be seen. Here, he's almost like an afterthought, tucked away in a corner. He adds nothing of value to Andrew's frantic playing, and can do nothing but stare. For this is Andrew's moment, and it perfectly encapsulates the state of his relationship with Neiman, who has had to disregard him in order to get to where he was on that stage in his greatest triumph. If the metaphor isn't obvious enough, here we can see that Andrew has quite literally poured blood and sweat into his playing. In this last moment, we get a suspenseful moment of prolonged eye contact between Neiman and Fletcher. All Fletcher does is smile and nod, but it means the world to Andrew. It means he has finally gained his approval and therefore achieved his ultimate goal, to become a great. All the pain and effort and abuse has finally gotten him here. So in one last blaze of glory, the concert goes on, and with lights flashing, a smiling Neiman looks forward to his now obtained dreams.